Hi, it's Kane Hodder, Jason from Friday the 13th. You're watching Slash and Cast. Keep watching, or I'll kill you and your whole family.
What's going on, horror fans? Welcome back to another episode of Slash and Cast. My name is Riley. That is Nick. Before we get things started, we have a few announcements. First of all, if you're here just watching the podcast, you should check out our streams too. You know, we like to post update videos, but we also like to play the game on the side as well. And we like to stream that to you guys. We're going to have a few this week. All right, probably, I would say after Thursday, we probably won't have one Thursday, but maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we will. And then, of course, on Friday is where things get exciting, because starting on Friday, October 13th at 12:01 Eastern Standard Time, Stack Up invites everyone to work together in a 24-hour stream event to raise funds in order to bring more games, more support, more community to active and retired vets so they can enjoy video games and the togetherness that it brings.
Now, founded in 2015, Stack Up brings both veterans and civilian supporters together through a shared love of video gaming. Stack Up serves United States, NATO, Australian, and New Zealand veterans through three primary groups: the Stacks, Supply Crates, and Air Assaults.
Yes, and you can learn more about that at their site in the description. Okay, now Gun Media will match up to $3,000 in donations from our community in an effort to support this charity. Now, if you're interested in helping out by streaming with the Stack Up red shirts, simply click the link in the description to stack up on the rest of the team to support this charity. Now, if you're interested in supporting the charity, during the event, you can participate and donate on the official Tiltify page, which is nice. We're going to be part of that on Friday. Now, it's not going to be, we're not going to be able to go the whole 24 hours, okay? Thing is, because we are still in school, of course, so we had to finish class that day and then head home and get going. So we do plan on, though, a 13-hour stream at least. Now, we're probably going to go over midnight, so the charity event will be over, but we'll still be hanging out, probably playing the game, and of course, rocking the new DLC content.
Right.
Which is going to be an absolute blast. One more line of news before we go into our actual topics of the day. We're going to be at Days of Dead Chicago, November 17th through the 19th. It's going to be a lot of fun if you're in the Chicago area and you like horror conventions and meeting celebrities, the karaoke, which is a blast, by the way.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of fun events like that, film screenings. You can check it out. There's a link in the description to Days of the Dead, and you know, have a good time with us. We'll happily meet you. Also, join our Discord. Movie nights are back up and running. We had one last night. It ended a little awkwardly, okay, which is my bad. I stepped away from, that was the second I stepped away from my computer. And yeah, but things will be going. Next week we'll be doing Friday the 13th parts 4 through 6 and Freddy vs. Jason. And, you know, what better time after Part 4 Jason just dropped than to stream those. All right, let's go. Jumping into our topics today, of course, opening up on Friday the 13th, the game, the new trailer. We already covered it in the video, but man, is it cool. It really is cool. Very simple. It's just him walking around, but then the old crotch chop to old Chad. Chad always gets it in the trailers.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've realized that yet, but Chad always gets it. Man, it looks great.
Yes.
The weather looks great.
Oh, the rain. Ooh.
Yeah, I think one of the cool things about it is that, like, people were worried that you wouldn't be able to see, like, their clothes getting wet. Yeah. But Jason wet looks freaking sweet.
Yeah.
Like, it's perfect. So that was cool. Now, this trailer came with a massive, like, website update. It was overwhelming. I was trying to cover all of it, and I was like, oh, Jesus. There was so much. There's so much to keep going. What that did reveal, though, is Part 4 Jason's stats. And a lot of people are complaining about him.
I mean, I was surprised. I thought
yeah, they are kind of like ass backwards. And
we definitely thought that the positives and negatives would be almost switched entirely.
Yeah, so his positives for Part 4 Jason are his weapon strength, destruction, and of course he has the ability to run, which is weird because the pick splitter, we figured it was going to be like tougher to break down doors with it. I will say the weapon itself is bigger than we anticipated.
Oh.
I mean, it's pretty big.
Yeah, no, we definitely thought it was just going to be, little hand weapon. But as you can see from the trailer, like
it's practically an axe.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's pretty much an axe. Now with that came his negatives, which was water speed, his shift, of course. His shift regen and speed is down, and he has less traps. Now, I figured the shift was going to be down because he can run. And so, of course, that one makes sense. Water speed kind of sucks, though. Because if you look at the map, the map is massive, and there's a lot of water. A lot more water than we've had on any other map. But also, if you look at the map, like I'm telling you, I don't think he's gonna be. He may be bad at like Higgins or whatnot, people that everybody knows so well. But if you're taking him on to Jarvis House map, I think Part 4 Jason will be solid because, that being able to run, first of all, and have destruction is a great thing.
Yes.
Like, because Part 2 and Part 3 don't have that. So if you can do that, and you're able to just constantly stalk the map, it looks like it's going to be really tough, especially if you're trying to do a boat escape, you're going to drive pretty far.
Yeah, that map just looks so big.
Yeah. It really does. It looks massive.
Yeah, hopefully, it's not built for J4.
Right.
I hope that other Jasons, I mean, obviously they all have their positive and negatives, but also map advantages as well.
Right. I definitely think, I think Part 8 is going to be able to destroy on this map.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Because it looks big, and then we have no idea where the parts are spawning now. Like, we also don't know the distance in which they're going to make them. So there's a lot of factors that come in, but there's a good chance Part 4 Jason isn't very strong on, the other maps. But, there's no telling this time. There's a lot of people, if you like Part 2, I think you're going to like Part 4 because he just seems like a step up from Part 2. You're basically just giving him destruction,
Right.
So, he's pretty much Part 2 with better weapon strength. But you know what? I'm not against it. I think he looks awesome. And, once you adjust, I think... I hope, please, I want to like Part 4 really bad. So, good God, let me at least have this Jason. No matter what, he looks dope, and apparently he's getting pretty cool kills because we saw the cross chop, and then it's hard to tell what the other kills are.
Right.
The one's called Chop Suey, which says it splits him in half.
Splits him in two.
Yeah, it splits him in two. But I said in the video, it looks like some sort of decapitation. But because it looks like he's holding his head.
Yeah, my original thought was he takes the pig splitter and just the wooden handle and pops his head off. Yeah. That was my original thought. I mean, you can't tell from the little picture.
Yeah, the other one obviously is him swinging into the head. I think it would be cool if God, I don't know how they're gonna do. Is he just gonna is it gonna cut all the way through? And it's gonna be just his brain.
Is it gonna be like Part 7 where he just stab, pulls out, and then watches him fall?
Oh yeah.
I mean that Part 7 kill, simple but so cool.
Tell you what, it would be cool if he full swings through all his head and it's just half of his face up. Dude, that would be brutal. That would be brutal. Okay. Now also on the website, and of course we got released on their Twitter, was the new counselor, Mitch Floyd, which obviously is very, very similar to Chuck from Part 3.
Yeah.
And when I say very similar, I mean practically identical.
Yeah.
They're pretty much the exact same person. Now the website also revealed his stats.
Which, again, I predicted his stats before they were announced. All of them completely opposite of what I thought.
The only one that I knew I was pretty confident was composure. I figured his composure was going to be high. I'm not going to say why I thought it was going to be. No, I mean, the stoner thing. Of course, there's different ways you can react to such things. But
right, that's what I thought.
It just made sense to me that he'd be very chill and relaxed.
Yeah, I definitely thought his luck would be up.
Yeah, good. That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right, so that one's a little weird. But let's go over these. All right, so you have composure at a 9 out of 10, and then the luck at a 2 out of 10. That one sucks.
Yeah.
But repairs at an 8. All right.
That is nothing what I thought. I thought he'd be a little less motivated.
Stoners are people too.
I just thought he'd be a little less motivated. That's all.
Then you have his speed at a 3. That one's gonna suck.
Yeah.
But I think if you put stamina and speed perks on him, I think he's gonna be really solid.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the stamina's only at a 4 as well, but his stealth is at a 6, and then strength's only at a 3. So if you're looking at it, to me, it seems like he's gonna play very similar to AJ. He's basically the male version of AJ.
Yeah.
Is what it seems like to me. But he's on the beard. That's enough for me. I don't care what the hell his stats are. When you got a beard like that, I'm going to play as you.
Right.
Of course, in the hippie outfits, too. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what I need. All right? So I'm actually really, really excited to try out Mitch. And, of course, hopefully he isn't, like the Chad of the group, huh?
Yeah.
Let's not have one of those. Yeah, so he looks really cool. Love the beard. And I do like the composure's nice. Being able to break out of Jason's grip faster is nice.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. If he plays like AJ, he will be my favorite counselor. So, all right. Next, the Emote pack. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I love the Emote pack.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, it's of course this is stuff we saw in the dev diary. We figured we were gonna get this at some point. We were predicting this for a while. It's like, all right, dude, the dancing, it's got to come in a separate pack at some point. Didn't think it was gonna cost money. But I understand it, and here's why. Because this is the least crucial thing out of everything. This is for people that actually really just want to put their extra bucks into the game and stay supportive of it. That's the real point of making that cost something.
Right. And also, I mean, you got Crispin Glover dance.
You do have the Crispin Glover
so
dance.
it's, I mean, you want to support the game, and if you're a fan of the franchise, like, you're gonna buy it.
Right. I'd pay $2 just for the Crispin Glover dance.
Exactly.
But you get a lot of stuff. Some weird stuff, like being sick, dropping to your knees and crying. Like, that's, I mean, they're not necessary, but they're cool. It's interesting.
Right. Premium Pack 1, I think is what it's called. Exactly.
The party pack. Party pack 1.
Party pack 1. Yeah. It's not crucial to the game. You don't have to buy it if you don't want to. I mean, we're gonna buy it.
Oh yeah, you goddamn right.
Yeah, we're gonna get it.
Dude, that would be great for trolling. Like you're gonna hit Jason down, and there's gonna be dancing on him and stuff.
Yeah,
especially with like LaChapa doing the dances. I can already just picture it. It's gonna be awesome.
That's all I'm gonna do with LaChapa. I'm gonna take away all the effective emotes, like the thumbs up, the be quiet. I'm just gonna replace them all with dances.
Yeah, and then like the superhero pose on LaChapa would be funny too.
Yes.
It's all gonna just be awesome. I'm really excited for it. But like It is $2. It does cost money. So if you're not interested in that kind of thing, don't buy it. You don't have to.
Yeah.
But they could have charged money for all this stuff. They could have charged money for the maps. They could have charged money for Jason,
Mitch.
which we thought they were going to, and Mitch. Yeah. Now all that stuff was free. That's the stuff you really want.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that I'm glad that this is the one thing that costs money. If they're going to make something cost money, I'm glad that's it.
Yes.
But I really don't care. I'd pay for the money. I'd pay for Jason too. I don't really care.
Right.
So yeah, if you're interested in that, well, $2. Friday the 13th, all of that stuff. Friday the 13th. That's going to be a hectic day. We predicted in the past that some of this stuff was going to come on the 7th, and then maybe the 13th and 21st.
Yeah, we thought we were going to at least spread it out a bit, but...
Yeah, no, they're like, nah, fuck that. All of it, Friday, there you go.
All right.
So, yeah, it's going to be a pretty crazy day. And I imagine, we predicted in the past that servers were going to get pretty crazy that day. I still think they're going to be pretty hectic. You have the new players that come in physical copies, which won't be an overwhelming number of people.
Right.
But there still will be new players. And then you're going to have a shit ton of people coming back to play the game, especially with the charity event, too.
And I mean, also, it is Friday the 13th.
It is Friday the 13th.
Like, you got to play Friday the 13th
you?
on Friday the 13th.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah, I really think that when we decided we were going to do a long stream on the 13th, we were like, hopefully we can, stay entertained for 13 hours straight with all this new stuff. I definitely think we're going to stay pretty entertained for the whole stream.
It'll be fine. Hopefully all goes well with the release.
Yes.
Hopefully all platforms get it at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously they're prepared. I'm sure they already have it uploaded into this like it seems like the kind of thing it's like a hot fix. You're gonna be able to flip a switch and it'll all be in there.
Right. With the latest update we got, didn't Xbox get it maybe like 2 hours or an hour before PC maybe?
It wasn't. I don't think it was that long for PC. It was PS4 that kind of took a step back.
PS4 took a while, and then even was delayed in with Sony EU.
Yeah.
So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully Gun Media and Ilphonic can catch a little bit of a break when it comes to probably their second busiest day, if not the busiest day.
Hopefully Sony EU doesn't get screwed over too, because well, maybe with the Emote pack they might, because that's a store issue.
Right.
So that was the EU problem in the first place. So the store doesn't update until their Tuesday. So yeah, like that could happen again with the Emote pack. But as long as the Jason's map, I don't think anyone will complain.
Right.
All right. Like I said, Friday the 13th. Make sure you come back and check all out the new content. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it. I know we are. It's gonna be. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I'm so excited. All right, let's move on. I'm gonna keep this really short for this next topic. Cult of Chucky. We talked about it last week. It was coming out. It came out October 3rd. I watched it. Now I'm gonna keep just a short review of it here. Now,
I haven't seen it.
He hasn't seen it, so I'm also gonna try to keep it spoiler free. Of course, I mean you guys want that too. It's all right. It's definitely, it's not a terrible film. I don't think it's the worst in the franchise by any means, especially because Seed of Chucky's in the franchise. But I do think it's better than Child's Play 3. I'll say that. And they are still trying to push a horror side to it. Now there don't get me wrong, there are some funny moments in this film. Like there's a part in the film that I was literally like gut laughing. It was really funny.
Okay.
But they still are trying to drive the horror side of things, and there actually are some solid kills because of that. But the story behind it, the idea of what is Cult of Chucky, I didn't really buy in the whole time. I just didn't really make sense to me. But like that being said, Seed of Chucky's also a thing, so I'm like, you gotta weigh it out. But at the end of the day, it wasn't that bad. There are some kick-ass Easter eggs. Now, if you are a fan of the franchise and you've seen all the films, there's some stuff you're gonna catch in there, especially if you watch the uncut or the unrated version. If you watch the rated version, go back and watch the unrated version.
Right, and the rated version was on Netflix.
Right.
On the day that it came out on the 3rd.
Yeah. So if I'm telling you, there's an after credit scene only on the unrated version. Worth it if you're a fan of the franchise. I'm telling you. All right. Another thing was cool. Of course, we had Andy Barclay back, and Alex Vincent was great. It was cool to see him back. Now he doesn't take over the film by any means. He's just kind of comes in and out throughout the film, but he's pretty awesome. And Fiona Dorff was great as well. Back to work with her father, Brad Dorff. They were great. Of course, Brad's great. I mean, he's Brad Dorff. Yeah. But yeah, Fiona, she's able to carry the role a lot better than I thought. And then when we get to the end of the film, she has something that needs to really make her drive the film. And it's hit or miss, and whether or not you'd be able to get this the way she did. And she did a good job. I bought in. I believe in it. She did a good job. Another thing I want to really talk about is like the color, because this is one of the things I thought was actually really cool. Some people were like, "Why is it so white in this clinic?"
Yeah.
Because what they did, they made everything very colorless. The whole, it's awkwardly white. It really is.
Okay.
The clinic is super, super white. And then you have the clothes that everybody's wearing are either gray, black, white. They color code that way Chucky would pop.
Right.
And it works very effectively. Same with the blood. And also being in the winter, they had like the snow falling. They took advantage of putting the blood in the snow too. That was really cool. So that's just another thing just to make it even that much more exciting. Because also horror films in the winter are really cool. Look at the thing. The winter just kind of adds like an element to things. Like I said, not the best thing in the world, but not the worst either. It's okay. If I were to rate it out of 10, I'd give it a 5.
Okay.
And that's not like a great score. It's a perfectly average score.
Right.
I wish the story itself would have made more sense. Because it was kind of hard to buy into it. But it was all right. I'm going to leave it at that. All right. Let's move on to our next line of news. This is a cool one. All right. Halloween 2018. We've been talking about it forever. We just, following the recent news that Jamie Lee Curtis would be returning to the franchise for the first time since 2002's disgusting Halloween Resurrection, Deadline reports that Judy Greer is joining the upcoming Halloween as Karen Strode, the daughter of Curtis. What? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Now, as you know, Halloween 2018 is a direct sequel to Halloween 2. Okay? That's like confirmed as can be. Right? Which means they're completely throwing out everything from Season of the Witch all the way to Resurrection.
Right.
Just gone. Out the window. Which also does mean her son in H2O never existed.
Okay.
All right. Which kind of I like John Tate. Yeah. All right, I thought he was solid, but like I said, I understand.
Right.
I understand wanting to throw out the movie and go through a completely different timeline, and you gotta have a daughter. I don't know why it's Judy Greer.
Yeah, no, Judy Greer is 42 years old, and Jamie Lee Curtis is 58. And I love Judy Greer. Don't get me wrong, but she's got some wrinkles.
Yeah, her age obviously shows to a degree.
So I think they're going to both bump Laurie's age up a little bit and bring hers down.
But you can't. Well, let me tell you why. Because they kind of confirmed that. They kind of confirmed that it's 40 years later,
right?
Like on the date,
right? Which
would make her 57. So you have to lock into that unless you're making a continuity change and you're kind of throwing stuff out of the window. Mm-hmm. So they're going to just make Greer. They're going to load her up with some makeup, is what I'd say.
Yeah.
Or they're going to push an idea that she had a child very quickly after, because she would have been, because their age shows 16 years. But in an actual sense, 18 would be okay. She could be 18.
Right.
Because she was 17 in Halloween. So.
Can she pull that off? Can Judy Greer pull off being that young?
Well, it's only a 2-year change, really, ultimately. It depends how young you want to make...
Right.
Like, how young do you want to make Laurie when she had Karen?
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. But, love Judy Greer.
Yes.
She's great in, literally everything she does. And her recent genre credits include, just smallish roles. Like, she was in the Carrie remake, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Tomorrowland, Jurassic World, Ant-Man, and War of the Planet of the Apes. So... small roles, big-ass credits.
Right.
Which is, that's fine. Does that tell us something about Karen Strode? Is she going to be a small role? Mm-hmm. Probably not, because I bet you, I'm just telling you, knowing the Akkad family and knowing what they've done with this franchise over the last 40 years, they're going to try pushing it in a way that they can get rid of Jamie Lee Curtis and continue on with somebody else. And that's what Karen, I'm willing to bet money. That's what they do with Karen Strode.
You know, and like I said, love Judy Greer. Like, that'll be interesting to see, you know, past Halloween 2018, what they decide to do with this franchise.
Yeah, true. So, I mean, at least it's somebody we can follow already. It's someone we
Yes.
already respect and we can continue
Yes.
to follow already. But yeah, like I said, it's just clear to me where they're already starting to like take it, you know, pulling in the daughter role.
Yeah.
But, you know, Halloween, which is being executive produced by original Halloween director John Carpenter and horror extraordinaire Jason Blum, who's, I mean, the Blum family, known for a lot of stuff. It will be arriving into theaters October 19th of 2018. A long-ass wait. It's going to be a long year for me.
Already most anticipated movie for us.
It really, like, Halloween's my favorite movie ever. And, like, God, I need to go see it right now. Oh, right now. I wonder how, like, gosh, I'm trying to picture the story now with Karen. It's just, now I'm scared of how the ending's going to be. Am I going to have to watch Laurie Strode die twice in the same franchise?
You know, hopefully they take the approach of her riding off into the sunset, for our sake.
Just knowing Jamie Lee Curtis, she's going to want to do it in a way like finish it off for once. So either that includes killing Michael, and Michael's a goner, like what they tried to do in H2O, but it's literally in contract that Michael can't die. Like, it straight up is. Like, so they had to have a loophole around it, which Kevin Williamson had to pull off for H2O. It's like, oh, but we can do this in Resurrection. Like, that's how it had to be in contract. So I don't think they're going to be able to kill Michael as long as that contract is still in place.
Yes.
And then she's going to want to be dead.
She's either going to want to be dead or completely ride off into the sunset.
I don't know how you can make her just...
I
don't know. I'm not a writer. I'm not a writer. I don't take her creative control. This is why John Carpenter's on board. Okay?
Yes, he knows what he's
fix
doing.
these problems. All right, let's move on to our next and our last topic of the day. And a very interesting one, but can be a little bit of an upsetting one for you guys, Universal Monster fans out there. Now, Universal has officially shut down production of Bride of Frankenstein. When Universal launched their new Dark Universe earlier this year with The Mummy, they didn't really expect it to completely flop. Especially since it featured, Tom Cruise. Yeah. He's just, I guess, obviously he's not the moneymaker he used to be. Things have changed. And if also they would have made a better trailer, that would have been nice too.
Right.
But, even after the release, Universal continues to make announcements and move forward on the Dark Universe, which plans to begin filming Bride of Frankenstein in February. Now, each and every report came with a lack of confidence, which is what we've been seeing this over the last few years in Korea.
Yeah.
But they pretty much just muttering under the breath, and nobody really believed that it was actually going to happen. Well, according to a report and Deadline, pre-production was actually underway in London, at least until just the other day. The site is reporting that the production has been shut down on the Bill Condon-directed remake of the 1935 horror classic, and that the crew has been told to just go home for the time being. Javier Bardem has been in talks to play Frankenstein's monster, and Angelina Jolie, which is a weird choice coming off. I don't know what they're trying to do here. Bring back old superstars and just kind of push them again? Whatever. Has been in talks to play his reanimated reluctant mate in the second film in Universal's Dark Universe initiative to bring back its classic movie monsters. And also on the side of the film is going back to the lab to do some more work on the script, and that this is why they ultimately stopped the production. Already scary. Oh, hey, our script's not good enough. Let's go back.
Yeah, also, I figure they are probably reworking the budget. That's also another reason why they're doing the script.
Yeah, one of the reasons they could be doing the script is actually to cut some of it out.
Right.
So they don't have to shoot as much?
Right, because The Mummy, which was reported at a $125 million, it couldn't even break $100 million domestically.
God, that's...
Yeah. So
that's not good.
Here's Universal's statement on the delay. Quote, after thoughtful consideration, Universal Pictures and director Bill Condon have decided to postpone The Bride of Frankenstein. Universal said, none of us want us to move too quickly to meet a release date when we know this special movie needs more time to come together. Bill is a director whose enormous talent has been proven time and time again, and we all look forward to continuing to work on this film together. Again, leaving it very open.
Right. They've been trying to pick up this Dark Universe thing for so many years. I mean, you look at like Dracula 2000, and now we have The Mummy, and they just keep being shitty, and they keep flopping. And it's going to be real tough. It's just not... It's one of those things that you probably shouldn't touch. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it's going to be. You try to bring a new generation to these Universal movies, but you just can't.
And how much, flop, how many failures do you have to realize it?
To realize it, exactly. They just keep trying to and then they try to make excuses for oh wait, that wasn't what we wanted to start with. That's not part of the Dark Universe. We're going to start with this. Or now we're going to start with the Mummy. And this just keeps going on, but now they're locked into it, and now they're like, okay, we're going to keep pushing forward. Because they thought the Mummy was going to be good. They thought it was going to make a lot of money. Yeah, obviously it didn't go well. Mm-hmm. They lost some money, quite a bit actually, which is too bad. It's just they're not doing it the right way. They need to. You still got to have a classic feel to it if you want these to work, which is just tough. We're 80 years past this stuff, and I love Universal monsters, so I could seeing the Mummy couldn't buy in. Just couldn't buy in. It's not right. You watch the original Mummy.
Nothing.
You don't feel a vibe of old Universal movies at all.
What made them so successful? We're not getting here.
Yeah,
and I don't. And like you said, don't know if you can replicate it.
Yeah, I really don't. Now in the generation that we're in, okay, even if you did make something that looked exactly like the unit or looked and rolled out like that, the new generation, like our generation of kids, even some of the adults, of course. I mean, these movies came out a long time ago.
Right.
They're not gonna like it.
And shot for shot remakes, how's that gonna work out?
Yeah, look at Psycho. Look at 1998 Psycho with Vince Vaughn.
Yeah,
not good.
No,
not good stuff. So really, I think the best choice from Universal is to let it go. Keep making remastered versions of the films. Keep driving those. Keep driving at home sales. Mm-hmm. But I think you should really let go of remaking those because it's just never going to work out the way you want it to.
Right.
But hey, that's just my opinion. I'm not rich like them. I don't know shit. So obviously they got to where they are for a reason. I want them to break through, especially with Bride of Frankenstein. That's a very, very beloved part.
Yes.
In that the old Universal monster movies, and it's going to be tough to do it right. Actually, I do think Angelina Jolie is a solid fit there. Looking at the face of Bride of Frankenstein, kind of got it.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's going to be tough to make it. What are they actually going to make her hair the same? Is she going to look like that? Probably.
Please.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. I think they're going to put their own, new spin on it.
It's God. I remember reading about the first reports about Bride of Frankenstein being the next one in line for the Dark Universe. It a gut, bad feeling. I was like, oh man, no, you can't replicate it. You just can't. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Did you guys let us know if you like the Mummy. If you like the Mummy, then maybe the Dark Universe would be especially okay. Let me change my question. Have you seen the old Universal monster movies and still enjoyed the Mummy? That's my real question. Let us know in the comments.
You see, now just talking about it, I really want to go watch Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah. I love them. Love them. All right. That's gonna wrap up Slash and Cast today. As always, thank you guys for all the support and thank you for watching today's episode. With that, editor, roll that outro. Hey you. Thanks for watching this episode of Slashcast. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and click that box right down there to check out last week's episode.
Also, if you want to check out the film the fans are calling the best fan film of all time, make sure you click that box right down there to check out our Friday the 13th fan film.
While you're at it, click that circle right there to subscribe to our channel and never miss a video again.
As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.